Today is Friday, Good Friday, March 29th, 2018. It is quite bright in the morning, about 8 a.m. I'm videoing the mushrooms in my garden. Now, this is a small piece of garden, and after several weeks I noticed I have two of these brown ones. Now, last night I came back around midnight and this mushroom was really dented due to the soil. At the far end you can notice there's a dent there. The soil had piled on top of it, so it's not a perfect circular shape. And this one was even worse. It had to grow up in between the grass, so that's why the edges are dented. I have cut away the grass, so what you see, those dented edges are where the grass stems are there, and so you can see that it didn't grow into a perfect circular shape. And as for this, it's about 95% perfect, except for this dent here, due to the soil piling on top of it as it grows up. It shows that environment affects the growth, the nurture versus nature theory. Now, this mushroom here has no interrupted growth, so you can see it's quite circular in shape. Now, my neighbor's dog is barking at dogs passing by. Now, there's another species of mushrooms. I call them the umbrella ones because they look like umbrellas. They're about less than 1 centimeter across, and they have blossomed. Some are white in color, you can see, white and grays in abundance, but they are not edible, or I believe they are not edible. Then we come to these Shaggy Mane mushrooms. The lifespan is less than 24 hours, and compared to yesterday, around midnight to now, 8 hours later, it seems that they're starting to wither and discharge the ink. It's called autolysis. Autolysis, where the cap self-digests, leaking the ink, the black ink, onto the soil. Most likely disseminating the spores. You can see many of them had really withered after 8 hours. It's 8 a.m. now, and they really become black. Very hard to see them. There they are, blackish and withered. Then you have this. It looks like another species, but they are younger probably. Shaggy Mane mushrooms with a golden center. There's one buried in the soil, and sometimes you see solitary ones like this. Solitary ones. But Shaggy Mane mushrooms tend to grow in clusters, tight tight groups, as you can see. Very tight group. You can see them all in one line. So these are the mushrooms today, as at March 29, 2018, 8 AM, Good Friday. And let me go out to see the planter box. The sky is overcast. Now this planter box 2 days ago had bountiful crop of mushrooms, Shaggy Mane and the small ones, but today I can see only 1 or 2 of the umbrella ones, and the Shaggy Mane mushrooms had withered and collapsed yesterday. In the morning they were withering, and by nightfall they had gone. These are the stalks, and so there's nothing much here compared to what's inside the garden. As you can see, if I can focus, you can see the Shaggy Mane in a tight group with the umbrella mushrooms on the left, and more umbrella mushrooms on the right as well. This is a zoom lens, and this is a state as at today, March 29, 2018. I used the chair to balance myself to take some pictures, but nothing is as good as the video. Let us see better and clearer. Now these mushrooms, really, the growth have been interrupted by the presence of grass stems. I had to cut away the grasses to show, and that's why there are ragged edges. The ragged edges are due to obstruction of the grass growing onto the path, obstructing the growth of a perfect shaped, should be circular shaped mushrooms, as you see in my other videos. And you can see there's a bit of curling up of the edges, forming ink for these Shaggy Mane mushrooms. These are the dead ones, the stems, the dead one. Then there's one here, died overnight, and this one is curling up. It doesn't grow to the normal width. For some of them, they just curl up. Some of them grow bigger, as you can see. The diameter varies. This one is curling up as well with the black ink at the edges. There's one more not blossomed yet, but will be similar. Maybe 2 hours later it will be similarly like this. So by the afternoon, you don't expect to see any of them standing. And that's how short their lives are, less than 24 hours or around 24 hours. These are Shaggy Mane mushrooms, and even the small ones, they don't last long as well. In the afternoon they would have shrunk or wilted. There is a solitary one, It looks like flowers actually, but they are mushrooms of different shapes. You can see it here, one more. Different shapes. Sometimes they look like flowers. Very much like flowers. March 29, 2001, 8 Good Friday, around 8:30 a.m. This is the arrival of the new brown and white mushrooms, 2 of them overnight. In the past few weeks, there were many Shaggy Mane and the umbrella ones. So I was surprised to see suddenly 2, the big ones, the brown and white, blossoming in the garden yesterday.